Well, great to see everybody here this evening. And we are live with Ibuumerang. And I have been with you in a couple weeks. And I decided to do something kind of off the cuff tonight. And I wanted to talk about some things, show a couple videos, and kind of get back in the swing of things. And it's great to have you with me. And if you're not getting this live, you'll see this on YouTube or on Facebook Live on my page, Christopher Gregas, and you can go to that and watch this at any time and share this with somebody. We're excited about what's happening. It's a new year. November and December we're a little quiet in on the Ibuumerang front, not only as a company as you can imagine, but also individuals. But the people are starting to take trips again, and we're right at the forefront. Still the 10th fastest growing company in the world, and we're in over 143 countries of the world. And the massive travel secret is now available for you publicly. What is the massive travel secret? We're going to look at that tonight. But the massive travel secret is the fact that two companies own 93% of the travel companies or travel. They're not really travel companies. They're travel marketing arms. Two companies own those, Bookings.com and Expedia Group. Okay, so, and they're involved in what's called price parity. We've talked about this before if you've been on other lives. Price parity. So they'll try to get you to book a hotel room for 180 a night, but they'll probably go lowest at 111 or 112. And if you can get that, you feel like you got a deal. Well, the truth of the matter is, you may think you've got a deal, but the truth is, they got paid. Okay. And one of their marketing arms got paid. And we have what's called an exclusive membership. And it's available really to between 1% and 2% of the world. Okay. Most of these memberships you have to buy into. Most of them you have to pay two, three, five, $10,000 to get involved in these memberships to get the kind of deals that we're offering here with our iGo platform. Okay, and we're across the board. Our strengths are hotel rooms and cruises and weeks vacations, and they're basically the three. We're eclipsing Airbnb now with our pricing, and so we're doing well, and people are starting to notice the difference that they can get on the iGo platform that we have. Expedia and Priceline and Bookings.com and Hotel.com and Agoda and all the rest really can't compete with us. Okay. And that doesn't mean on every day of the week, 24 hours a day, we beat 100% of their prices. It's impossible. Okay. But I would say anywhere from 80 to 90% of the time, you're going to get a savings, even if it's $3. Okay. Even if it's $3. But keep in mind that we have rewards points that add up to our trips, and so you should just give us a try, and that's what we do. We're going to talk a little bit about how we do that tonight. I'm going to get to my first a couple videos, and it's our CEO Holton Buggs, who the first video will talk about residual income and what that is. And residual income is simply that you do work one time and you continue to get paid on that. And in network marketing, you do a lot of work in the beginning and you hardly get any pay. And that's the squeeze point. That's the squeeze point where people actually leave companies, right? Average network marketing distributor stays 70, I think it's 79 days. Well, if they understood going in that you're going to do a lot of work in the beginning and hardly get paid, they would understand that you do that long enough, then later you get paid a lot for a little bit of work. Okay. So the work is on the front end and the rewards are on the back end. That doesn't mean you stop once you start making good money here, you stop working, but it means that the money you're getting paid for really not the amount of effort that you're putting in. That's residual income. Residual income is an income that keeps coming in day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year after you have done your work. And so that's what he talked about in his first video. And then I wanted you to see the Boom Foundation, which is a foundation that we've started. And every time somebody activates what we call a boomerang or a discount code to travel, we feed a malnourished child. And what a blessing that is to work for a company where we're feeding literally millions of people or children around the world that are malnourished. And so we'll talk more about that. But watch these two videos. The first one I'm going to show is Holton Buggs talking about residual income in his own life, and then we'll come back and we'll we'll talk about.
Hey guys, it's HB here, and I wanted to come online. I hadn't been on in a while, but wanted to share some stuff with you as I was just sitting here working away and here in beautiful Louisiana. And I wanted to give you a concept of why network marketing. You know, I had never heard of residual income until I went to an opportunity meeting and I heard that name residual. And I thought they were talking about residue. And then I understood the concept and I says, wow, here's what I'm going to dedicate the rest of my business life to doing is creating sources of income that become residual. Now, the best way to do it is through network marketing, because network marketing is low startup costs. It's low to really expand your business. Doesn't cost you a whole lot to expand geographically. You can do it relatively with ease and for free. And you have an unlimited income, and you have the ability to have the sun never set on your income. I wanted to share something with you though. Okay. I started network marketing, and I started my own company in network marketing because I wanted to really provide the best source of residual income. And I was just at the house, and I opened up an envelope that had actually come months ago, and I forgot to open it up. And here I'm looking at a check. Okay, I'm going to show you this check that I'm looking at. Now, it's not from network marketing, but it is from network marketing. Let me share with you what I'm talking about here. If you can see this check right here, it's on my computer. It says Theory Entertainment, paid to the order of Diamond Style LLC, $16,054.71. It was sent to me back October 31st, 2019. Forgot to deposit it. And if you look at the bottom down here, it'll say for Q1, Q2 2019, Diamond Style Royalties. Now, Diamond Style Royalties, now it's a company that I started, a record label that I started about 6 years ago. I signed an artist and we ended up having one platinum selling record. Not an album, one platinum selling record, okay? And this is 4.5 years later. This artist nobody's heard of. He hadn't produced one single song that anybody knows. Nowhere out there. You probably couldn't find him or identify him in a one-person lineup if you saw him. And that's not to put the person down, but I'm just giving you an example. But look at it. 4.5 years later, I haven't been in the studio. I haven't even promoted the record label. I haven't seen the artist. Matter of fact, I've never met him. I signed him through one of my person that I had was running my label. And but look what comes in the mail. And I get them like every quarter. $16,054.71. 4.5 years later. One song, not one album, one single song. What does that mean? Royalties, residual income is real. I started a company that is a technology company. We're basically a matchmaker company. And what we do is we started off matching up people who wanted discounted travel to our technology. We match them up, give them up to 70% off. Our customers up to 35% off, cost them nothing. And our ambassadors are receiving residual income. Now, just recently, one of our ambassadors just got a check for $1,600 off of one customer. They signed the customer up for free. Customer went off, made their own booking. And do you know for the rest of that ambassador's life, he's going to be receiving a commission every time any one of his customers travel. Anytime, anytime. Recently, we're now launching rideshare. And when you get to a customer, they download your app, they take your rideshare. When you download them and they become your customer for life, every single time they take a rideshare, you get paid. I don't care if their ride was $10, you get paid. If it was $100, you get paid. And it's from now to the end of time. It's residual income, which means that you create the business model one time, the customer base one time, and you never have to worry about it. And checks come in the mail. Residual income. It is real. Don't let anybody talk you out of it. See you guys. Boom. You know, when we started Ibuumerang, it was very important with the name of the company and the philosophy that we had to also start the foundation the exact same day. So we started the Boom Foundation, and the Boom Foundation launched March 11th, right parallel with Ibuumerang. And the Boom Foundation is a charity that has been designed to benefit underprivileged children all over the world. One of the things that we found is that many kids around the world are suffering in starvation and malnourishment. And sometimes we take for granted, you know, the abundance that we live in, but the little small scraps and crumbs that we leave behind could actually be feasts for people around the world. And being that we are a company of goodwill, we wanted to make sure that we resembled that not only in our talk but in our walk. And so my good friend Peter Hirsch, who is the what we call our chief giving officer, you know, he is the director of the Boom Foundation. I'm the chairman, and Peter has made it a lifelong pursuit and mission of his of benefiting people all over the world through social entrepreneurship. We've actually partnered with several entities now or charities, and up to date since maybe in the last 4 months, over 200,000 servings of nourishment that we've been able to offer to children over in Mexico. We actually started a project as well, building a playground facility that we helped facilitate for children as well. We partnered with Manna Relief. We partnered with President Fox over in Mexico as well, and making large contributions to his cause because it ties right into what we're doing. And we're very excited about it. What we've also done is we've done something that really encourages our ambassadors to go out and get more customers. Because for every customer that we acquire in Ibuumerang, we make sure that we donate one serving of nourishment for a child somewhere around the world. And so we're so excited about it. Every month it gets larger and larger. And so we encourage our ambassadors to go out and get free customers, because a customer that you acquire is not free. Somebody's going to eat. Somebody's going to be nourished because you got a free customer. So we're really excited about it. We're looking for it to be much bigger, much better. And if you're watching this right now, find out about the Boom Foundation and find out how you can make a difference.
Well, I just wanted to come in on that and just basically share with you the fact that we are feeding children all over the world, and it's so exciting. Oh, sorry about that. We don't want that. So I'm going to go back to that. Well, anyway, we'll get back to where we need to go to. Um, but I wanted to just say that this idea of the Boom Foundation is really a hidden idea with Ibuumerang. A lot of people don't talk about it, but I talk about it because it's huge, and that is that every time I give away a travel exclusive travel membership to people, when they activate, we feed a child, and it's exciting because we're able to feed millions of children around the world, and like our CEO said, it's growing every year. Well, I want to be able to show you an extended video. I'm hoping I have it. It doesn't look like I do, and I don't know where it went, but we are going to try to find it. And give me a moment, if you would, as I go to this. I did want to show you this. So give me a moment to find this, and I will find it. All right, we're almost there, and I'm going to put this on right now.
But I'm going to show people, if you're paying attention, I will show you a viable way to supplement your income without having to, change careers, take on a second job, become an internet whiz, or push products on friends and family. I think that's one of the most appealing things about this company and this opportunity is we are thinking differently. The founder of our company, regardless of your past experience or emotional attachment to network marketing, the guy that started our company, Mr. Holton Buggs, is the single largest income earner in the history of our profession, which is nearly a 100-year-old profession. So that says a lot. I think what he has developed and what he put together is changing the way we do business. Okay. So real quick, just to give you some ideas to find out why this might be something you want to take a look at. Okay. Is there anything going on with this new company called Ibuumerang? And let me share some quick statistics with you. These are things you can look up. These are factual things that have been publicly posted. Okay. We are only officially 90 days old, approximately, from the time I'm doing this presentation. So regardless of when you see it, we officially launched on September 1st of 2019. Now, here are some amazing numbers. We already are we are able to enroll people that can become participants in our company, which gives you the ability to go out there and earn some income in over 130 different countries worldwide. I know we have people a lot of times that come on these presentations and so on from all parts of the world. I mean, it's pretty amazing. Think about this. If you had the ability to build a business that the sun never set on because other people were out there participating in it. Our company has already, from the time I'm recording this or talking about it, brought on over 50,000 people have become active TSAs. And the other really important number is we have brought on nearly 300,000 customers have already, signed up with our platform, which I'm about to show you, to become customers. Okay, which is an incredible number. Our company has paid out to people just like you and I in the field over $15 million in commissions. And we actually have somebody in our company from the time of our pre-launch in March all the way to today, which is literally only about a 7-month window, that has made, this person has already earned 7 figures. Okay. So the reason I wanted to throw that out is I'm not saying that you or I will, I know I will, but I'm not saying that you participating will make 7 figures in this company, but there's potential to find out where you might fit. The majority of people who are taking a look at this are really looking at just a way to supplement their income with a few $100s a month. And I think you're going to see as I go through this, that this is a very, very great, a very good opportunity. I believe it's a great opportunity. We'll expand onto that as I go through this. But more importantly, it's an easy opportunity. It's simple. Okay. I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's simple to understand, simple to do. Okay. Because we really only do 2 real things. We find people who want to save money on services they're already using, one of which our flagship product is travel. Okay. The other thing we do is we look for people who might be interested in participating in our profit sharing model and build a business with this thing and do the same thing. So we're really only doing 2 things. We use some very simple tools to do that. So I'm going to go through, Lorette, I'm going to go through and kind of show the presentation real quick. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to let you tell me if you can see my screen. I think you probably can. I'll go full screen, correct? And we should be good. We still good on this one? You can see my screen? You can see the presentation?
I can see
Perfect.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
looks good.
And I'll let you do thumbs up on it, things like that, so you don't have to unmute yourself or anything like that, unless I ask you a direct question. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about this. Real quick disclaimer, like I said, there's no guarantees of income. If you don't do any work, you won't make any money. Participating in this opportunity does not guarantee you results. Working this opportunity will position you to potentially earn some income. Okay, so that's kind of the important thing. Now, regardless of what I said, regardless of what your past experiences in network marketing, I want you to just make an educated decision if this is something for you or not, based on what I'm about to show you, because this company has evolved into making this a first-class consumer experience from both a representative standpoint and a customer experience. And we're creating what I believe is something that is going to sweep the world with this, what we call our PRIB. They call it the power of the PRIB, and that's perpetual residual income builder. Now, if you're not familiar with residual income means you have the ability to do some work today, but continue to get paid on that work again and again and again and again for months, days, years down the road. Okay, most people that have jobs are what we call in a linear income, lifestyle, which if you don't do any work, you don't make any money. If you don't show up, you don't get paid. With our model, you have the ability to, like I said, do a little work today, but continually get paid on that work again and again, and you can compound that pay. And in fact, what makes our model even better is in most cases in the network marketing arena, products are sold to people, and usually the prices are inflated to an exorbitant amount to justify paying commissions. And usually only the top recruiters in our company win. What we do is we have a new model where we make money when we save somebody money, and it doesn't cost anything for a customer to be a customer. That's real important as you understand this. Is all we do is we literally go out there and we give people free access to set up private accounts to become customers. Okay, so you give them what we call a code. I'll explain that as I go through. You give them a private code, they create a profile, and that is your customer for life. So regardless of any verticals that come out, like right now we have travel as our flagship. Our company, and the reason Lorette and I and a bunch of thousands of other people were in Miami Beach this weekend was our other vertical is a rideshare company that we purchased and we own called Vibe Rides. We have mobile service about to come out, and there are many other things that will be announced over the next, I think, 6 months, especially our big event that's coming up at the end of February. Okay. So just you understand that we acquire customers for free. As you acquire that customer base, you get paid. Okay. So, and it's when people save money. Okay. So our first thing, like I said, is travel. Now, the reason we tapped into the travel market first is it's one of, if not the largest industry in the world. It is an $8 trillion industry. Okay. You do not need too big of a slice of an $8 trillion pie to make a tremendous amount of money if you can tap into it. Okay. So it's more money than most of us can think of. The reason we can be so competitive in a space that's so massive is the fact that we do not have to spend the millions and millions of dollars that these companies right here that you see, most of you are probably familiar with these name brand names, to acquire customers. Our word of mouth model always beats this model. You understand that what these companies like Expedia and Booking Holdings do is they actually own these companies under there. There's kind of a thing called I call it a shell game, but they call it parity and markup, where Expedia Group, as an example, actually owns all these companies right here. And what they do is they make, maybe on this site, they show a hotel for $300, but on here they show it for $290. And you think you're actually getting savings when you try to go book on these engines, where in fact, this company just sets the price to where they want it to be, and so on. What our company and what we use is our company is partnered with an 18-year-old company called Extreme Travel. We have won numerous awards in this space. And like I said, the reason we can get customers a better price in most cases is due to the fact that we don't have to spend the millions of dollars to acquire customers. And we are breaking all kinds of records in customer acquisition due to the fact that we are giving people free backdoor access to this booking platform that a lot of these companies would pay, or if you wanted to create your own travel company, you would pay tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars to have this platform. Okay. What we do is, like I said, is we give our customers a backdoor access to these prices. And we literally have, in a lot of cases, anywhere from, I believe, 10 to as much as 70% off of the apples to apples comparisons on what we have. Perfect example. And if you want to see lots of examples, you can get back with the person who got you on here to take a look at it. Perfect example is this is an apples to apples comparison. The exact same 4.5-star hotel in New York City on their Expedia platform is $339. Ours was $178. Now here's where it gets fun for you. How do you benefit? How do you profit from this? We get paid 50% of the savings. So you would get paid 50% of the savings if you asked me to be a customer. I went and found a hotel. I actually was recently in New York City. I stayed right up the street in Manhattan in Times Square and did just this. I saved over $400 on a 3-night stay in New York City in Times Square. And the person, you know, the guy that would have got me if I was just a customer would have made $200 on that. Every time you see, as I go through these slides here, these savings right here, that's 50% that goes into your pocket. Same thing with this hotel right here. Okay. We also have car rentals. Okay. You can see the same scenario, same car, same roads you're going to be driven on, right? Instead of paying $392, you could pay $221, and 50% of that would go into your pocket. Same thing here on the weeks we have different pricings. These are actual reservation confirmations. And again, if you were the person that shared the code with somebody, literally all you do is you give somebody a code, they go to a website, they set up a very brief account for free, doesn't cost them anything, they're not paying monthly memberships as a customer, and every time they go in and save money, you make 50% of it. These examples right here, you would make 50% of 848, 50% of 532, 50% of nearly 1,000, and 50% of this over here. I can't see it because my head's in the way on that screen. The other thing to understand is not only do we do hotels, rental cars, as we have cruises, flights, homes, weeks, timeshares, marketplace. As an example, we have pretty much the same platform as any Airbnb you can think of. And these are also all of the other things that people have the ability to capitalize on, including a 110% price guarantee, meaning that if somebody does find something cheaper on another one of the platforms like Expedia, Travelocity example, you can actually do something. You can click a button up there that says price guarantee. It will give you directions exactly what to do, and they will refund you or give you credits towards your next stay. Okay, so understand that. And as you participate in this program as a customer, you do have the ability to earn rewards, which you can then redeem for any of these things that I'm showing you. Okay, so a lot of people are phrase, we do have a really strange name for our company, Ibuumerang. The play on words and why boomerangs are our logo is we throw out savings and money comes back. That's kind of what you'll hear throughout that. And like I said, you have the ability to earn 50% of the savings on anybody that you bring on board. Now, there's two ways to participate in our program. One, somebody could be just a customer, or two, like I said earlier, the two things, you could participate and become what we call a TSA. A TSA is just a travel savings ambassador. Same kind of phrase you would use if you're, if you're familiar with the vernacular that we use in networking of, a representative, a distributor. Okay. Now, as a TSA, you actually do in a lot of cases get a better savings profile on some of the customer sites versus what the customer would save. So in a lot of cases, if you are a TSA, you're getting a better price because obviously, we participated, we invest into that to become TSAs. Okay. Now, here's the big picture. Let's talk about money for a second. All right, here's what's awesome. Think about this for a second. You're going about your business. You're doing the same things you've always done your rest of your day. And in most cases, why we're seeing so many people have such tremendous success is people are out doing their life and this business happens. Let's say you're talking to a few people over over the holidays that are coming up, okay? And a lot of them are talking about, oh, I'm traveling to see Aunt Susie. I'm going to see my grandma. We're flying down to Florida to get out of the snow where I live in Ohio, those kind of things. When you go out and you get someone as a customer, the statistics have shown that the average customer per year is going to save approximately $300. That means that if over just a whatever period of time, you acquire 10 customers for free, okay, that save $600, those 10 customers collectively would save $6,000 annually. Like I said, you make 50% of that. That would be a travel savings bonus to you of $3,000. And those bonuses are paid monthly based on when somebody booked the trip and took that trip, just so you know how it kind of works. If somebody books a trip today, they might not take that trip until 2 months down the road, and then you would be paid on it. They never obviously pay out money that doesn't come in. But once somebody books the trip, takes the trip, that's when it happens. But again, as you build this customer base, if you think about it, how easy would it be for you to acquire customers by saying, hey, Sue, I have no idea if you'd be interested or not, but I can give you a code to become a customer, activate a website, and you can go in and look at all of the other things that all the other online platforms have for you. But in most cases, you're going to save money with us. And because they do that, doesn't cost them anything. You say you make money off of when they save money. That would be $3,000 annually. Let's get a little more aggressive. I know both Dr. Lorette and I have over 100 customers, over 200 customers, over 300 customers already. I know Lorette's over 300 by a long shot. And, if you think about this, let's just stay on this math right here. What if you built a personal customer base of giving out these codes and you had 100 customers? That's the same math, 600, that's $60,000 in annual savings. You would supplement your income by $30,000 a year. Okay, think about that. That's very, very powerful. And like I said, we have other verticals, other businesses, other services that these customers are going to begin to be worth more and more money to us. What if you were really aggressive? We actually now have, I believe there's 2 people in our company that have already personally acquired over 1,000 customers. Okay, they didn't build a team, they didn't go out and recruit. This was something that they felt comfortable with doing. And it really, like I said, it's only in a few months that we've been around as a company, but we're established as a company. Okay, so we look like we're 10 years old, but we're only really months old. Okay, now there is a team builder model. Like I said at the very beginning, 2 things we do: we gather customers and maybe look for people that want to do that. The reason or the benefit of finding other people that would want to be customers is due to the fact that it's just leverage. For instance, you talk to me. Let's say you saw this, you were a TSA with our company, and you talked to me. You sent me a text and said, Mike, would you watch a short video presentation on something I'm real excited about? And you sent me what they call an I Decide presentation, which is just an interactive presentation online on my phone. I can watch it. I can push some buttons that ask me some questions. I answer those questions, and it explains in very, very good detail exactly what this opportunity is. And I say, you know what, this makes sense. I enroll as a TSA. You have the ability to override all of the customers that I now bring on board. As an example, if you brought in personally sponsored me and personally sponsored Lorette, just the two of us combined, you would be overriding probably nearly 800 customers that you didn't get yourself. You have your own small little handful of customers, but you would be overriding hundreds, if not now thousands of customers that you had no built and nothing to do with. Now look at this real quick. Let's use some very short math so that it's believable for you. If you were to if everybody just got 10 customers, which is very, very simple to do, a lot of people can get that done in a day. And you eventually got a couple people who got a couple people as TSAs. And let's say you had a team of 50 that each had 10 customers. That would be a total team of 500 customers. Like I said, the average savings per customer is $600 annually. They actually take almost the entire $600 and put that into commissions that they pay to the people who brought those people in, because these customers would not exist without the, the word of mouth happening. And again, this is why our model is so profitable and why it works so well and why the company can do this, because once a customer is acquired and they've paid out commissions on that, that customer is typically going to repeat, and use other services, okay? So 500 customers, if you overrided it, and with that money right there, just on the team builder model alone, would pay you potentially over $20,000. What if you built a team of 250 people that still each had 10 customers? Now you're overriding over 2,500 customers, and with the average savings, that would put an additional 100 grand in your pocket. And what if you got very aggressive and worked on this and built a team of over 1,000 people that went out there and each had 10 customers? Now you have a business. Now you have a big profitable business that's generating tens of thousands of dollars and profits for you and the company and so on. And you would have increased your income by over $400,000 if you think about it. Now there's another way we do get paid as people come on board with our company. One of the nice things is we have the ability to purchase these codes. So what we do is, as a TSA, the reason we invest into this is we purchase what we call packages, whether it's a coach class at 250, a business at 500, or a first class at 1,000. And what happens is each one comes with a certain amount of those codes that we then give away for free. And a lot of times the company does promotions, and you can earn more boomerangs and so on. Okay, but all of this money right here, all of the monies that are paid out or purchased on packages, actually go into what we call a dual team. I'm not going to explain it on this slide right here, because a lot of times it's a little over people's heads, but just understand, if you get people involved, there's money coming to you. Okay, so just understand that. Okay, how people join our company is very simply this: everybody that decides that they want to participate as a TSA, okay, it's free to be a customer, but as a TSA, somebody that wanted to go out and earn money, starts at the $49.95. That does give somebody a customer site, 5 codes to send out. You do make 25% of the referral commissions versus the 50%. You get the interactive presentation, and you have a very robust back office software system that tracks everything, okay? But most people that want to do this as a business usually pick one of these packages. Each package, though, does have its extra incentives, starting at first and foremost with the iGo booking engine. The customer side of this, we have the ability to participate this. At coach class, you get hotels, flights, and rental cars. If you're at business class, you get all of these and cruises. And if you're at first class, you get all of these plus the weeks and lifestyles and so on. Okay. I think one of the most important things, though, at why most of us who have gotten into this have started at first class, because you're getting 50 boomerang codes to give out and build that customer base very quickly. The nice part about the 50 codes, though, is if you think about it, if the average on some of the slides I showed you is $300 per year in earnings, you would make, if you had all 50 customers in a perfect world scenario that did $300 in savings, 50 times 300 is $15,000 annually in supplemental income. And that does not include the ability to get paid in the dual team if you build the team per se, an additional 15% on those are coming in off of that. And I'm not going to go into detail, like I said, but there are multiple ways to earn in our company. Everything from making money when somebody signs up at first class business or coach, the dual team, the personal commissions you make on customers, the overrides you make on customers. There's leadership bonuses that they have out there, and they have lots of other incentives. The one thing I want to point out is we do participate in a $99 monthly subscription fee for all the enrollment packs. There are only a select few countries that have come in at coach or higher that pay $49.95, but in most countries it's $99.95. But you do get full access to everything on a regular basis, as well as 10 boomerangs per month extra each month. So you do have the ability to continually compound that customer savings. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to go back to where we're looking at each other and kind of throw this out at you. Here's what I tell you. I'm going to close with just 5 quick things, okay, of why I think this is an opportunity that everybody should participate in, okay? First and foremost, I mentioned this earlier, Holton Buggs is the single largest income producer in the history of our industry. He has built organizations in the millions of distributors who have generated in the billions of dollars, okay? This guy didn't start there, though. He was just like you and I, who had never earned any money in the industry, but developed his way up there, okay? The number 2 thing that I talk about, we've covered, is the travel space. An $8 trillion industry allows you and I to participate in something that there's so much money and you can't not make money if you actually apply yourself. The third thing is I believe timing. I never even mentioned that on here, but if you had the ability to jump in, like Dr. Lorette said at the beginning of this, on the early stages of something that was like an Uber or Facebook or Google or internet or Instagram or whatever it might be, if you could have been in early before the wave took over, obviously that's when the masses make the most money. Or usually it's not the masses, it's the people that decided that they had enough vision to go out there and build this, because this is something that, if done correctly and you work it hard, could create potentially generational wealth for people. And you might not even realize that. You just saw something here that appeared that you could just supplement your income. But the deeper you dig, the better it gets. Now, the fourth thing I want to tell you, though, is I also believe that we have some of the easiest, most simple systems to follow to help anybody become successful, regardless of your background, your age, your ethnic, upbringing, whatever it might be. This is a level playing field for anybody who wants to do that. Like I said, it's also in over 130 countries. It's as simple as literally sending people a text saying, hey, watch this interactive presentation. If somebody had more questions, there's plenty of training videos that you can go on and from YouTube and send somebody, that explains it in a little more detail. Most of us have built our business. I know myself, and I think Dr. Lorette as well, have really never even done any live presentations yet. I have yet to do a single live presentation, but have built a huge organization with tens of thousands, probably close to hundreds of thousands of customers already from the comfort of my own home. This is a real home-based business that somebody can do part-time. I do this sometimes when it was sunny out, now that we're going into the winter months, where I just send texts while I'm sitting out there, at the park or whatever, or enjoying time with my wife, and I'll think of somebody that I would love to have in my business. I'll send them a text and say, hey, I've really found something unique that you could supplement your income with. Check out this interactive presentation, and it does the work for me. And the fifth thing that I'll close with right here is I believe what brings everything together that kind of is the glue that makes it happen is kind of a combo of two things. I call it community and culture. Community are the people, culture is how we do it. We are having fun. Okay. Yes, I talked very seriously here and I went through on this, but we're building some great relationships. If you look at the Ibuumerang Facebook page from this past weekend or any of our pages, Dr. Lorette, myself, or a lot of other people, you'll see that we not only had a huge event down there, but it was like being at a giant concert. It was phenomenal. The energy was explosive. So many people had built relationships. We hung out at the pool together, but most importantly, we participated. A lot of us had the ability to get on a $40 million yacht and cruise around in Great Gatsby attire to make it look cool. It's just the company and what they're doing is over the top. But I think also the culture of what we're doing is Dr. Lorette herself, if you're on her team or participating with anybody that's on her team, is one of the best leaders out there in our company. She's in, she's one of those 5%ers or probably 1%ers now of what she's accomplished already in this business. So if you jump on board with her or anybody on her team, you're in good hands. I personally, it worked.
Well, I wanted to cut that off. It's got about another minute, and he just goes back to Dr. Lorette, who's a member of his team, and I'm a member of Mike's team, the guy who just gave the presentation. He got a hold of me in July of 2019, and I joined it about 3 weeks later. I saw what this could be. And so let me finish up with some thoughts about what you heard tonight. This is not an easy business for people to stop and look at. Okay, um, it's not pills promising this, and it's not a patch promising that, and all those things are great. But when people actually take a look at this and actually drill down on what we're talking about, most people will either become a customer and or a customer getter. Okay. Now, to be a customer, as you heard, is free. Okay. You'll see me on Facebook from time to time sending out boomerangs. Okay. And if you grab a boomerang for free, that's a discount code that you can use for your next trip and every trip the rest of your life. Okay. To save money. And the savings are going to be more and more and more and more as the months and the years roll on. Why? Because we have more buying power. Okay. So the truth of the matter is, you can be a customer for free. I have customers. I have quite a few customers. Okay. But my goal at the end of 2020 is to have 1,000 customers. Okay. 1,000 customers. Now keep in mind, each customer is potentially worth about $300. Okay. And so 1,000 people in 2021 going on a trip would be theoretically $300,000. Okay. Now, let me ask you a question. Even if you had 50% of that, that would be $150,000. Okay. Let's cut that in half. And now we're at 75,000. Okay. Let's cut that in half. And now we're at 37.5. Okay. Could you use $37,500 extra a year? Some of you would be able to come off out of your job, out of the job market, right? Some of you would be able to get rid of your second job. Some of you who live lean machines, you could get out of your first job and do something part time. See, and so being a customer is free. I say that to people and they look at me like I got 10 heads. What are you talking about? Well, you have to say it's free because we want people to understand that though going to Priceline's website and bookings.com is free, you're still paying more money to go on a trip. It might be sexy, it might look good, but why not save money? Now, we're right now, our cruise packages, we're offering a 7-day free vacation to Mexico for two. Okay. With about 90% of our cruise packages. So not only are you saving money on our cruise packages, but you're getting an extra 7-day vacation for two to Mexico that you can use within a year. It isn't a timeshare. You don't have to, jump through hoops or win a contest. That's just what we're doing. And I don't know of anybody who's offering that, included all the different companies and marketing arms that are on that you've used and I've used for so many years. Our week vacations. I mean, we can go. We have Mexico vacations, all inclusive for two for a week for $200. Okay, now they're not all like that. We had just had a person price out something. It was a 5-star vacation for a week, all inclusive. One of those hotels where you can swim out of your front door. I mean, this place was unbelievable. And it was, let me try to remember, it was around $4,900 for the week on bookings.com. That was the best deal. We had it for $2,300. Okay. That was a $2,600 savings. Now, if somebody books that, okay, if somebody books that, the person will make $1,300. You say, well, big deal. Well, here's the deal. What did they do to give that person the website? A couple minutes, texted it to them, emailed it to them, free. Didn't ask for anything from them. They went on, booked the trip. And after the trip's done and the company gets paid, they issue a $1,300 check to them. Now, think about that, just one person. Think about having 100 people a year do that, or and maybe they take a few trips. Maybe you have 250 people doing that a year. Okay, you can see where this adds up. Now, here's the other way that we make money. Okay, that I'm a TSA, and the other way you make money is to actually bring people in to do what I just said that I do. And that is give free websites away. Can you do that? See, people want to know, can they do it? And is it worth it? Well, what do you think? See? And so basically, out of that 1,000 customers, and my goal is by the end of the year, how about if I have 30 to 50 people who do what I do and they start getting customers and I get overrides on them? So now the 150,000 or the 75,000 becomes another 40 or 50,000 or more. See, and that doesn't even take in all the verticals that we're adding to this, what we call the Prib. And that's a whole nother story where you'll be able to make even more money and more layers of money and opportunity to make more streams of income as we build this platform out. It's mind-boggling. Okay, and listen, it's not get rich quick overnight. It's not. I'm 56 years old, but listen, if the Lord lets me live till I'm 60, and this thing is rocking and rolling, I'm fine with that. Listen, I'm making up for 40 years of not having retirement, and I could literally make it up in 2 to 4 years. The power of residual income. Okay. And so those who are watching me either live tonight or through a repeat on Facebook Live or YouTube later, you have two choices after tonight. Well, you have three choices. You can not do anything, and that's fine. But the first choice is you can become my customer, okay, travel customer, a free travel customer, where you can save anywhere from 5 to 70% off your next trip, okay, and or you can become a business builder, a customer getter. All right, now what does that cost? And I'm going to say it real quickly, and we'll be finished here tonight. Okay, this is a cash flow business. This is a cash flow opportunity. All right. I spent $1,000 to join this company. And that's the highest That's first class. Okay. Why I did that is because, quite frankly, as these numbers add up, I'm in a whole different tier than the one under me, which is 500 and then 250. Okay. So I wanted to make more money, quite frankly, because I saw the vision of this. And for another $500, it was well worth it. Now that's $1,000 one time. Okay. I also pay $99.95 a month. Okay. Now you say, well, $1,000 I can swallow, but the $99.95, what's that for, Chris? Well, that's for overhead. That's for overhead. They take care of the website. They built the website for us. They keep all the financials for us. There's so much involved with the $99.95. All right. So let's add that up. It's $1,000 to join. Let me ask you a question. What do you think the average business costs to join or to start in this country? Any idea? Some of you have been on my lives before. You know the answer. $60,000. $60,000. Now I know you smart, Alex. Some of you will say, "Well, Chick-fil-A is 10,000." Okay, but try starting a Chick-fil-A. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 years before you can start something. And then you're chained 6 or 7 days a week. I mean, time is not your time. If you want to go into traditional business, go at it. But I'm telling you right now, network marketing is the greatest opportunity to put forth low cost to join, to maintain, and the sky's the limit with your income. Sky's the limit. Is everybody making $1 million a year? No. In fact, most people aren't making $1 million a year. But some people are. Some people are making 100,000 a year. Some people are making 30,000 a year. Some people are making $500 a month. Some people are making a big fat zero. They don't do anything. Okay. They haven't learned some of the skills. But here's the neat thing about Ibuumerang. You don't have to recruit people to make money in this business. If you don't like sales and you don't like recruiting people, you don't have to at Ibuumerang. You can just build a customer base. See. So you either become a customer for free, and I'd love you to do that. You'll feed a malnourished child by doing that. Or the second thing is you become a business builder. You join the business. $1,000 one time, $1,200 over the year. And by the way, if you take a trip or two, you'll save that money and more. Okay. So it really is, when you look at it in dollars and cents, nobody will ever get in. But you have to see past that. You have to see an investment. Yeah, listen, if I asked you, would it have been wise to invest in Amazon when they first started? Of course, now you could say 2020, you could say, absolutely. But does anybody remember when Amazon started? Okay. Jeff Bezos said the first 2 years they sat on the floor and put stuff together, sold books. They were a joke when they first started. Nobody could have seen that they would have made the kind of impact in our world that they have. But if you would have had a chance to invest in it, knowing what you know now, would you have? Of course you would have. You would have put all the chips in the middle of the table. Well, that's kind of like what Ibuumerang is. We're not an Amazon. We have their philosophy. We have Uber's philosophy. Give away free, build a customer base, and then give them what they want and then give them what they need, and keep building the vertical so they'll have 1,000 items that they can get for cheaper than anywhere they can find. That's the vision of Ibuumerang. And so I'm investing, and I'm asking you to invest as well. Okay. Some of you have heard this week after week and you don't pull the trigger. Why? Because you're looking at dollars and cents. Listen, I'm not a rich man. Okay. I'm a pastor. I'm a chaplain. Okay. We're doing okay. Thank the Lord. God has provided for us. But here's what I want to say. It was a sacrifice for me to get in. Sacrifice. Okay. Did some extra jobs, made some extra money, was able to get in. Okay. But the truth of the matter is, I don't even look at the money part of it because that's just an investment for owning my own business. Okay. This is my own business. And I call the shots. I would love to have you at least consider being a part of this cash flow business, this side hustle that can begin to accumulate hundreds and thousands of dollars into your portfolio. Well, I'm going to have the information below in my Facebook Live feed. I'll have it on YouTube as well. This will be downloaded within the day or so. And you can go on and watch some videos. And if you want more information, you can reach out to me. But please do that. This is a new year. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Stop believing that you're going to get rich with your job. You're not. Okay. Now, we're not talking about just getting rich. We're talking about helping people here. We're talking about giving families a shot at not just one vacation a year, but maybe two. We're talking about being able to share a free website with somebody, not feeling like you got to get them on auto ship and fleece them and this, that, and the other. Okay. Ibuumerang does none of that. We can't be bought on Amazon. Okay. So many companies are losing their product line because people are busting loose on Amazon and selling stuff for 40% less. We don't have that problem and we won't have that problem. So if you want to talk to me a little bit more about this business, I'd love to do that. But I hope tonight was a help to you. I was a little bit quirky because I lost the video and I had to get it back on YouTube. But thank you for staying with me. Thank you for being a part of this. And we'll be doing more and more as the years roll on, as the year rolls on. And I'll be contacting some of you personally to really let you drill down on this. And hopefully you can join us in this crusade called Ibuumerang. The massive travel secret is now available for you publicly. And so till next time, have a great evening. The Lord bless you.